I've lived in Austin for 2 years now and it's absolutely criminal, but I have barely touched the barbecue scene. I visited the legends like Terry Blacks and Leroy and Lewis, and it's all good. It's all really, really good. But for me, I enjoy bold Asian, Mexican, Middle Eastern flavors. So today we're here trying KG BBQ. Started by Kareem, a guy who uprooted his corporate finance life in Cairo when he came over to Texas, fell in love with brisket, and decided to make his love child of Texan barbecue and Egyptian flavors. Think traditional smoking methods meets Middle Eastern flavors. Sumac, cumin, pomegranate, and closest to my heart as a homesick Aussie living in Texas, lamb. Naturally, KG BBQ is a Texas monthly top 50 pick, but doesn't have a Michelin star like Leroy and Lewis. However, the likes of Joe Rogan, Action Bronson, Andy Cooks, maybe Mark Weens, or fact check that one, have been here, and they've all said it's some of the most interesting and some of the best barbecue food they have had. So we're here today to review it. A self-professed barbecue skeptic. Let's see if it becomes my number one. Okay, so quickly before the food arrives, what we've ordered is half a pound of brisket. You got to get brisket when you're at barbecue. Oh shit. Okay, BRB. Rolling. Okay, we have got lamb belly bacon ribs, a baladi salad, which looks like a kind of Greek type of salad, Mediterranean rice, beautiful spiced rice with these amazing nuts on top, the lamb chops, chimichurri. I think we got extra chimichurri. I'm not complaining. Half a pound of brisket, pita, pickled onions with sumac. I mean, I have never been so excited for a plate of barbecue in my life, hands down. Okay, let's get some plates. I'm going to be ranking everything starting from the least memorable all the way up to my number one pick of the plate. That was never not going to be delicious. Let's go. Starting with the salad. Shocking, I know, but this mound of cucumber, tomato, and onion didn't exactly blow my mind, but it did have a very specific purpose throughout the meal. This one's good, but it's like just kind of a nice, fresh, acidic salad. You can mix that to cut through the fat. Moving along. Next, the reason I came to KG BBQ in the first place. This beautiful, juicy lamb chop. I mean, look at the juices running out of this thing. Okay, I'm going to try it by itself before with the sauce. Let's go.
Yeah, I know. Why is your department so random?
Immediately, the best lamb chop I've ever had in my life. Sorry, Mum. The spices is definitely more interesting spices than like typical barbecue. I can't put my finger on exactly what it is yet. It's not like overpoweringly different. So tender, so juicy. We've got like this nice little fatty section at the top. I mean, unbelievably tender. I always think of lamb chops as being slightly tough. Not tough at all. Unbelievable. Let me try it with some of this barbecue sauce. Adds a bit of acidity to cut through that fatty lamb. Unbelievable. Okay, I'm just going to try a little bit of chimichurri. Super bright and zingy and very, very herby. Obviously, it's made of herbs. Altogether, beautifully balanced. Coming in at number 3, the brisket. Oh, but this brisket. I mean, look at that. Beautiful spice. I'm going to try it by itself first, again. So moist. So tender. Again, the spice, it just adds a little bit of something. It's not like overpowering. I'm not sitting here being like, oh, this is super different to traditional Texan barbecue. So if you love Texan barbecue, I wouldn't come here and think like, oh, I'm worried it's going to be not purist. It feels still very pure and traditional, but it just has a little bit of interesting zing to it. Okay, I'm going to try it with a little bit of this chimichurri and some of these sumac onions. Those onions are actually a bit sweet. Cuts through like the salty, fatty brisket. I think the best brisket I've had, to be honest. The Roy and Lewis is amazing, but it just has a little bit of something else. Number 2, the one I was most excited about, the lamb bacon belly. It's like lamb ribs essentially. I've had lamb ribs before and they are always absolutely unctuous and juicy. I mean, look at that. It's like dripping with fat. Okay, last meat of the day. In my opinion, immediately the best of the 3. I mean, it does have like a whole layer of fat on the top, so it would be difficult not to be the best of the 3 with that kind of flavor throughout the meat. But I think because like there's more sort of outside, especially in this piece that I got, more outside, the ratio of outside to inside of the meat is higher. There's more of a spice, so like you can actually taste those Egyptian flavors that Kareem is obsessed with, more so in this piece of lamb rib. Super fatty. I mean, it's going to need some of this salad to wash it down and maybe some of the chimichurri, but I mean, you literally cannot get a piece of meat, in my opinion, that is better than that. Good. Okay, the last thing to taste test is this rice, which someone has already dug into, not me. We've got, I assume, a saffron rice because of the colour, and those beautiful spice nuts on top, which I love a roasted nut, particularly with delicious spices. Have you tried that? You have. That immediately makes up for the lack of cornbread. That is like, I wonder if they put butter through it. It's like really fluffy, super fluffy, really quite luxurious. Obviously, it's got the nuts on top. Sweet, a little bit sweet. We do have like raisins throughout. I didn't even have that in my bite. The nuts are roasted, crunchy, spiced. That, I think, is one of the best barbecue sides I've ever had. And I love cornbread. I'll say it one more time. I love cornbread. That is really, really delicious. I don't think it's gonna like, I don't want to put it in the same bite as anything. I think it stands up on its own. That is so good. That's right. The curveball at number 1, the Mediterranean rice. Look, the meats were all great, but my controversial opinion is that sides make or break a barbecue joint. Yes, the meat needs to be good, but smoking things low and slow works almost every time if you're a pro like Corinne. Sides to me are the real differentiator, and KG BBQ absolutely nailed it with this rice. We demolished everything and responsibly decided to grab dessert to go because we desperately needed time to digest before we could even think about eating again. Quite a few hours have passed since we finished up the barbecue, which was much needed to digest some of those meats. And what we got before we left was a cardamom and pistachio rice pudding to go so that we can enjoy it once we actually had a bit of an appetite back, which I now do. I'm very glad I had the foresight to get a dessert because this looks absolutely delicious and is the best way to end the night. I love a rice pudding. I don't have them very often, but cardamom and pistachio is like, I just love that flavor profile so much. Let's have first bite and see how it is. Delicious rice pudding. The cardamom isn't super strong. I didn't get that much of this topping in that first bite. I don't think my ratio was that great for the first bite. I got mostly just rice pudding. This top bit is like some sort of meringue, and the cardamom flavor throughout that is very strong, but like not overpowering. So when you have that with the beautiful, quite mild pistachio rice pudding, it sort of just adds this earthy nuttiness, that Middle Eastern spice flavor. Really delicious. All right, I'm 2 years late to Austin's true food scene, but I promise you I'm catching up. Next, I'm heading to Marfa, a town all the way out in West Texas. My adventure involved a little food, but even more weird and wonderful experiences. So subscribe for that. And if you're interested in more food content, I've spent the last year eating my way around food hotspots like New York City, Buenos Aires in Argentina, Chicago, Mexico City, for reviews of the #1 steak restaurant in the entire world, all the way to $1 street tacos in Mexico City. Go check out my channel. And of course, go get yourself to KG, and who knows, this might be the beginning of my Austin barbecue series.